Thanks again for joining us. Bill Pucko, the Coach's Corner, with Coach George Giordano. As we look ahead now to Section 5 championship football games. You hit 3 out of 4 last week. You met the Brockport-McQuaid, which is the best game of the weekend. Was it could have gone either way, right?
Right. That game was a great game. Played right down to the wire, and McQuaid obviously has survived another scare after beating Eastridge in week 1 of the playoffs, and they're still alive and are looking forward to a rematch with Aquinas.
All right. Well, let's look at that game. First. Aquinas, I don't know. They had their sloppy half when they went into halftime scoreless. But you can't really make anything of that might carry over, or.
Well, one of the things about the Aquinas game versus Honeoye Falls was that they turned the ball over 3 times and it was still 0-0 at half. So with that being said, I know that Chris Battaglia and his staff makes great adjustments at halftime and got the ball rolling, and of course ended up winning 21-0. So they showed that they can stick with a game plan, play great defense throughout the full 4 quarters of any game, and get it done at crunch time.
I think what it amounts to is they were kind of looking for reasons, possibilities, how McQuaid can make a game of this. They lost by 42 points, I think, the first time they played Aquinas. How do they make a game of this?
Well, one of the things that McQuaid has going for them is that they've already played, and it's always tough to beat a team twice. But I think
is it really? That's not so cliche-ish, but I mean, it happens a lot.
It does happen a lot, but McQuaid is very familiar with Aquinas and the tradition between the two programs. Both teams enjoy a week together at the Westside football camp, so they kind of get a chance to see each other in a preseason. They've played a number of times under Bob Bates and his staff. So the preparation, not that it'll be easy, but it'll be familiar. And in order for McQuaid to make this a game, they're going to have to do some very special things on special teams. They're going to have to do an onside kick. They're going to have to block a punt. They're going to have to return a kickoff. Aquinas has got an absolute ton of weapons offensively and are playing very good defense. So it's going to be a game where McQuaid cannot make any mistakes, and they're going to have to do something special with their special teams.
And all things being equal, if Aquinas plays a clean game, they're going to be nearly impossible to beat.
I think so. I think Aquinas is one of your top 3 teams in the area, with Rush Henrietta and Pittsford being the other 2. Aquinas has got a fantastic running back in Billy Lombardi, and Corey Benedetto, their quarterback, has got 2 big targets on the outside. Taylor Byrne and Jamel Pardner are both excellent receivers, and Aquinas is going to be very well prepared for the rematch.
All right, you served it up. The other game is a beauty, boy. Pittsford and Rush Henrietta. How do you see it?
Wow. Both those teams are the class of the class. They have just absolutely annihilated everybody other than themselves. When they played in week 5, Pittsford did get over on Rush Henrietta to end their state-long win streak. And I think Rush Henrietta will remember that a little bit and come back to play a little bit different style ball.
Now, Pittsford snapped that 17-game winning streak by Rush Henrietta, largely by running Dominic DeLucia 45 times, I think it was, in that game, which is a lot.
That's unbelievable.
Can you do it again?
Well, of course, that was the formula to get over in the first game. And 45 carries is an awful lot, but Dom DeLucia has done a fantastic job of preparing himself for his senior season here at Pittsford High School. I know he's a diligent worker, and if it's called upon him to do it again, I'm sure Dom will live up to that expectation.
All right, what do you expect to see then? Give me a call.
I think it's going to be a track meet. It's going to be a very exciting game Saturday evening, and if you're a high school football fan, you've got to get out there.
Quick winner. I mean, you never shied away. Give me a winner.
I'm going to say Rush Henrietta, just because they can score in bunches, and they've been there before. But it's going to be a fantastic game, and I think Pittsford will give them all they want.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. Coach George Giordano, thanks again for joining us in the Coach's Corner.